So let me look at one of my games. I won this one, so I want to look at it. I won. Oh, this was a Caro-Kann game. All right, I'll try to teach this. This is from white because I have some tricks in the opening. Okay, so the Caro-Kann is e4, c6, okay? And, playing some moves. This is the structure that black is going to get in a Caro-Kann. Okay, it's not what I play. I play something called the two knights attack. I'm going to put my knights here, and there are so many tricks in this line. I absolutely love it because I've really taken I've taken a lot of people to school with this line, with this attack, so I really like it. All right, Caro-Kann. They play d5. This is a Caro-Kann. All right, now it's the two knights, right? The idea being, if they take here, I'm gonna take back. Right, that's what I prefer they do. I'll show you a very common line and why this is so dangerous for white, dangerous for black, dangerous in a good way for white. Okay, if they take, I'm going to take. And then a lot of the time you'll see this move, just attacking the knight, right? In that case, we'll drop back and attack the bishop. Usually it'll go here. And listen, if you want to memorize this, then do it. I'm not going to give long explanations for these moves or a bunch of lines. If you get to something that I haven't shown, then just play well. Just play well. Follow the opening principles. These moves that I'm showing are not the most principled moves, but you just have to trust me that they're good. Okay. Okay. So takes. If they go here, we go here. Attacking the bishop, they'll drop back, and we're trying to ruin their pawn structure, or if they play along nicely, checkmate them with Legal's mate, which is just a beautiful checkmate. Okay, so we've gone here. Next move is here. If we could play this move right now, h5, bishop's trapped. We win the bishop. Hooray. Woo! Nowhere for it to go. Can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. Can't go here. Okay, it's trapped. So they'll play a move to not let that happen. I see this usually. This is when I play here. So now, I would love to take here. I would love to take here. Absolutely. Because if I take here, their pawn structure is extremely ruined in front of their king. I haven't really covered it much, but center pawns are better than edge pawns, so they've moved a pawn away from the center. The king is wide open if they castle kingside. It's very nice for me. And your opponent nearly always plays back. And now you do this. Threatening mate in 1. Okay. You'll get this move a lot. It's the best move. They play a different, very reasonable move. They don't see the checkmate. Alright, checkmate. It's the best move, preventing the mate. Then you play here, threatening the mate again, a different mate, right? They can't defend like this. They take it. And here's the main line. That's the refutation. Okay. You do not continue, you just play good moves. Okay, we're going to castle, right? We're going to play d4, control the center. We're going to develop this bishop. All right, we're fine. We've really, in this position, I would take white every day. This is not great for black. I mean, they have one piece developed, technically. they've moved their queen, which isn't good. I have 3 pieces developed. I've also moved my queen. I'm ready to castle. I have space for my king. I made Luft, you know. This is just really good for white. But anyways, go back to the game. That did not happen. I took, and they played knight here. And I've been not taking this knight, but I remember in this game I took it. Um, just to see what would happen. I'm not gonna lie, I was just kind of curious. So they take and double their pawns. You know, they now have 0 center pawns, which is nice for me. All right, I take the center. They're developing. My opponent's already ready to castle. Let's move 6. So you know, good for them. Why did I play that move? I guess I just wanted to. No, I see why I played that move. This bishop doesn't really have much of anywhere to go other than like here. This is not a great square. So I want to develop this bishop and this bishop. So I played g3, preparing to fianchetto my white bishop, and also allowing myself to play bishop f4. Castles, fianchettos. I assume I castle. Yep. Okay, so we're both doing a good job of developing, right? Oh, looks like I'm gonna double fianchetto. Interesting. This bishop's not the best on this diagonal. I probably should not have played like this because these pawns, this bishop's got no future attacking the king if they keep these pawns the way that they are. They're very strong. And I'm playing very quickly in this game. I probably should have taken some more time to think. It's a 5-minute blitz game, so. Alright. Queen b6 with no apparent threat. Alright. Taking space on the queen side. I like that move. I'm really restricting their light square bishop quite a bit. That's a good move. And I'm also threatening c5, which would be a fork. And I would win a piece. And I thought that this was a sacrifice in some way. I really could not see the like 2-move tactic here. They can take this pawn. Because when I take back, they take my bishop. Okay, so they just want a pawn. Okay. So I saw it after they had already taken the pawn, and I was like, I don't know, like, I want to not do this tactic. Like, I just, like, felt so bad because I missed it. So I was like, let's do something else. All right, now I'll take. I didn't have to take, because this is just a trade of bishops, but I think it's good to take. I don't know. I'm unsure. One of the downsides, by the way, of if you have cowdoing in front of your king is my king doesn't have any space right now. I need to play something like this or this to give my king space. And that's a little sloppy. That's why I don't like fianchettoing in front of my king. I find it very weakening. I prefer to do the pawns here structure. I might prefer that. Okay. Attack this bishop anyways. I was just angry. I was not feeling good about this game. Alright, attack the queen, hanging my a pawn like an idiot. Yeah. Oh, that's right. No, I knew that was gonna hang it, and I knew that was it was just straight up pawns. But now, you know, I'm very vulnerable on this square, right? If this knight wasn't here and somehow they had a second piece defending this square, this wins my queen, right? So, um, I remember it was a sloppy game, you know, so it wasn't pretty. It was a 5-minute blitz game, so I guess they're not really pretty, but all right. I offered a queen trade because I was scared of exactly what I was just talking about. I was afraid of getting forked on e1, and my opponent wanted no part of a queen trade. And this looks really bad for me, except for one move, which is bishop f1. You know, otherwise I'm getting mated or losing my knight. But But I bishop f1. Bishop a5, threatening my queen. I wasn't really sure why he did that. I offered a queen trade again. I really wanted the queens off the board. I was feeling unsafe. They took it. All right, feeling a lot less unsafe. I'm just like very happy at this point. Okay, notice that my d4 pawn's defended by the knight. That was a critical. If that wasn't the case, then bishop c3 was actually a really, really tough move. And in this position, white's losing. Not lost, but losing for sure. I'm down a pawn. My pawn structure is better, right? I have 2 and 3, and they have 4, but with 1 doubled, and then they have 2 pawn islands, which are not very good. Pawns like to be next to other pawns, for sure. I'd say it's better for black, Gav. I would say it's better for black. I do not have the engine on right now, but pass pawn in the A file is very strong, and you actually see that in this game. But I was able to manage it, luckily. We still have, a few pieces on the board. And something to notice about this passed A pawn, though. The queening square, which is the most important square when you're talking about queening a pawn, believe it or not, is a dark square. I do not have a dark square bishop, and my opponent has a dark square bishop. Okay, so that's really bad for me. That's really bad because they can control this square all day, and I can only control it with these pieces, whereas they can control it with all of their pieces. Okay, so I lose on that square. I need to stop the pawn before it gets to that square, or it queens. Okay. A5. Important not to play A6 because my bishop covers that. Okay. I was trying to get my bishop out somewhere where I could stop the pawn. I'm realizing now that bishop c4 would have been a lot better, but I'm also kind of aiming at the king. I don't know. I'm hoping to get some attack off. I'm definitely worse here. And yeah, they're starting to march the pawn, so okay. I put my rook behind it, which is a really strong move. That pawn's in a lot of trouble. They can't defend it in literally any way, right? This doesn't defend it. Bishop can't defend it. Moving it doesn't defend it. There's no funny check and then over here tricks because bishop or knight takes. So okay, my pawn finally good. Hello. Progress the game. Did my opponent resign? What happened here? Hello? The game ends. Oh, my opponent flagged. That's right. I was so confused. No, they flagged. They literally did not make a move for 47 seconds. That's right. That's how I won. That's right. I forgot about that. So, okay. In this position, the engine says it's drawn. It's 0.00. That's what the engine says. And there was never really all that much of an advantage. Apparently there was plus 2.69 in this position, but I remember I reviewed the game and the opponent that or the line that the computer wants me to play to have this big advantage. I'll play it for you right now. Is like I would never see this. Like, all right, this is the idea, right? That's the thing. There's a pin of the bishop to the queen. That's the whole idea. And I just like I don't know why, but that seems so unintuitive to me. I guess it makes sense because the bishop can never go here and defend the pawn. But to me, evaluating, I wouldn't call that plus 2.69. That's a very big advantage. But yeah, that's one of my games.